trucker raised behind the wheel. She blamed it on the highway for the way she can't sit still. She said life is like
I couldn't go out and tell him what I knew because hours passed. I couldn't about it. That's not going to office. Did you? I know, right? Hey, I've been there, done that.
I went down. Last week I went down. It must have been like 4 buckeyes.
Endless powder?
That's all we can do. We got to do I bought some tires.
When I'm on the phone to the office, I'm saying basically we don't have an issue that we need to change out here right now. So if everybody cooperates and we don't have to wait for cars on the front straightaway to get going, we're going to try to continue to do the red flags the way we are right now. That's all of us here. So if anybody starts being a problem,
Sorry.
all the things that fall in there. Like a red world speedway motorcycle champion, Lake County.
We only need to use it till the other truck gets here with all the fires. Okay, let's go.
Sorry to tell you. More phone calls.
Yeah, too bad that wheel didn't fit.
First thing was, you all right? Red ass now.
25th anniversary season is the number 44, Mike Spencer out of Temecula. Hal Engstrom owns the machine, so I say Spanco Machine, Murrieta Development, Downs Commercial Fueling, Delmar Wire, Instant Oil Change, Sunoco Racing Fuels, and Gowdy Wheels. 16,707, the first lap for Mike Spencer, 23 years old. Finished third in the main last week at Manzanita and was third in his heat race. Won his heat and was third in the main. I can't say it, what the heck. 16,592, lap number 2 for Mike Spencer. Here comes the champ. The black number 3 out of Yorba Linda, California, the 2004 Series champion, Rip Williams. Sponsored by All Magic Paint and Job Body, John Jory Corporation, AMA Plastics, Rick's Truck Works, Crittenden Racing, and Weld Wheels. Oh, baby. 17,455, the first lap for Rip. That was an e-ticket ride. Rip is 48 years old, finished 6th in his heat, and was in the B main, took provisional last Saturday at Manzanita, finished 11th overall. 99 lifetime wins, going for number 100 today. 16,863, the second lap for the Ripper. That's second quick time on the night. Here comes the Demon. Sponsored by Temecula Valley Pipe and Supply, Arizona Race Mart, Buran Incorporated, Delmar Wire, Madera Produce, Circle C Marketing, Weld Wheels, and CDS Distributing. Out of Concord, California, the track record holder, Damian Gardner. Fast time, 16,236, lap number 1 for Gardner. 8th in his heat race last Saturday night and finished 16th in the main event. Actually, 16th in the B main, did not make the A main. Second in points last year. 16,087, right on top of that track record. Wow. Surprised me. Chico, California, former Silver Dollar Speedway champion, Jason York. Jason sponsored by Joe's Chicago Restaurant in Upland, Associated Builders, and Sandra Engineering. $16,829, the first lap for Jason. 33 years old, won a main event here last August. And his son, first son, was born, I think it was last July. $16,701, the second lap for Jason York. And he's looking for sponsors. Here's a guy who likes to stand on the gas hard. The car number 5 out of Ojai, California. This is Troy Rutherford. Nadine Keller owns the car, sponsored by Eric Industries, Black Widow Racing, Dick Sato, Doug's Auto Body, and Jan's Towing. Troy Rutherford, 4th in points last year, the Valvoline USAC CRA Sprint Car Series. 16,850, the first lap for the 31-year-old. 6th in his heat race and 12th in the B main last week. Has one daughter, and he has another child on the way. Congratulations to him and wife Leslie. 16,800, lap number 2 for Troy Rutherford. Here comes car number 2A. It's owned by Tony Smiley. Sponsored by Smiley Crane Service, David's Ricky Motorsports, Advanced Racing Shocks, Rouse Fuel Injection, Headman Header, CNR Radiator, DMI Racing Components, WFO Industries, and Simpson Racing Products. 16,210, lap number 1 for Torrance, California, Super Ricky Gaunt. Ricky won the 2004 SCRA and Non-Wing World Championships. 36 years old, second in his heat. Was second in the main last week till he got involved in a tangle, finished 16th. 16,255, the second lap for Super Ricky. Up next. Car is owned by Mark Priestley, sponsored by Roy Miller Freight Line, Sander Engineering, Ludmar Window Film, Barn Systems, Delmar Wire, Keith Coons Motorsports, Big John and Scotty, and K&N Filters. All the way from Newcastle, Indiana, Tracy Hines. $16,385, the first lap for Tracy Hines. Tracy is 32 years old. Third in his heat, finished 5th in the main at Manzanita Speedway last week. He's a regular in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. 16,392, the second lap for Hines. Jim Massey owns the orange 2J, sponsored by Massey Truck Repair. From Warsaw, Missouri, the driver is Jesse Hockett. 17.455, lap number 1 for Jesse Hockett. He won his heat last week. Flipped in the A main, ended up 20th. He's one of the guys. Turn 2 was treacherous last week. 17.285, the second lap for Jesse Hockett. Car number 8A, owned by Tony Smiley. Sponsored by Smiley Crane Service, David's Ricky Motorsports, Advanced Racing Shocks, Rounds Fuel Injection, Headman Headers, CNR Radiators, DMI Racing Components, WFO Industries, and Bell Helmets. Out of Chandler, Arizona, the 1993 CRA Rookie of the Year, Charles Davis Jr. 16.448, the first lap for the 37-year-old. Finished 4th in his heat and 2nd in the A main last Saturday at Manzanita. That puts him 2nd in points. I shouldn't say that. I think might be the point leader. 16.508, lap number 2 for Davis. 16.890, lap number 1 for the teenager. 18 years old, his 3rd year racing 410 sprint cars. Pretty good driver, still learning. $16.693 in a 410 sprint car. And we went red as Alan Ballard's having a barbecue in turn 2. Out of San Clemente, California, this is Seth Wilson. Seth, 30 years old, 3rd in his heat, and 16th in the A main last Saturday night, the big half mile at Manzi. 17.462, lap number 1 for Seth. Grandson of former Indy 500 driver Dempsey Wilson. 17.275, lap number 2 for Seth Wilson. Here comes the number 0 car. It's owned by Buzz Shoemaker and Sons. Sponsored by Pix Racing Engines and Sander Engineering. It's the multi-time Mexican national champion in car number 0, Steve Yosling. $17.345, the first lap for a 42-year-old father of 1, Steve Osling. This is a temporary ride for him. He is looking for a full-time ride this year. Fisher Motorsports not coming back. 17.004, lap number 2 for Stevie O. Here comes the black number 6 car. It's sponsored by S&S Automotive and Machine Dynamics. From Castro Valley, California, keep an eye on this guy. This is Rick Williams. No relation to Rip. 17.299, the first lap for Williams. Finished 4th in his heat and 5th in the main. Actually, I think he was 4th in the main event last Saturday night at Manzanita. He had a few good runs last year in this series. Normally runs with the wing. This year he's taking it off. He's running this series full time. 16.690, lap number 2. Car number 2V on the racetrack next. It's owned by Larry Woodward. Sponsored by Volcano Joe's Coffee. Out of Yorba Linda, California, this is Kerry Foss. Kerry, 1st in his heat last week at Manzanita, got upside down in the main event and finished 19th. 16.735, the first lap for Kerry Foss. And he's going to run full time this year. Good for us. He's exciting. 16.614, lap number 2 for Kerry Foss. It's owned by Mark Alexander, sponsored by Fram Auto Light, Alexander Trucking, La Via Restaurant, SCRAFan.com, Carson Valley Incorporated, Big John and Scotty, Larry Murakami Contracting, Garnica Trucking, Race Trucking, and Doug's Auto Body. $16.705, lap number 1 for 40-year-old Mike Kirby out of Torrance. Mike was 5th in his heat, 6th in the A-main last week at Manzanita. Last year won 6 main events in the series and ended up 3rd overall in the point standings. 16.650, lap number 2 for Mike Kirby. Car number 38, it's owned by Carol Krosno, sponsored by Snap-on Tools, Sander Engineering, ITI Performance Racing, TCR Performance, and Justice Brothers. The 2-time Oval Nationals champion out of Ventura, California. This is the Cruiser, Corey Kruzman. $16,890, lap number 1 for Kruzman, 34-year-old, father of 1 daughter. Finished 9th in his heat last week, 4th in the B main, and 8th in the A main. And he's going to bring his sprint car school to Perris Auto Speedway in 2005. Thank you, sir. 16.985, lap number 2 for the Cruiser. Ford Brothers Racing, the owner. It's car number 73, Josh Ford out of Camarillo. Sponsored by Temecula Valley Pipe and Supply, Barry Pack, Agriment, Nutri-Right, Simpson Headman Headers, Advanced Shocks, and Ed Colby Welding. 16.812, lap number 1 for Josh Ford. And Josh Ford finished 2nd last year here in the Oval Nationals. 22 years old, 2nd in his heat race, and 17th in the A-main last week in Phoenix, Arizona. 17.040, lap number 2 for Ford. This is Tony Jones. Tony, sponsored by Freria Dairy, Standard Feeding, Diamond Environmental Service, VGI Graphics, B&G Hay, Concept Powder Coating, Richmar Farm, Sherlock Shippers, Left Turn Racing, Simpson Safety Products, and South Coast Floor Covering. 16.916, the first lap for Tony Jones. 35 years old, 5th in his heat, 13th in the A-main last week. Won the Oval Nationals out here about 5 years ago. And that's enough to put him in the show. 16.724, the second lap for Tony Jones. It's owned by Dwight Cheney, sponsored by Eric Industries, Sander Engineering, and RC Performance, all the way from Lincoln, Indiana, 4-time USAC national champion, including the 1999 sprint car title. This is Dave Darland. $16,830, that knocks Eric Severson into the C main. Darland won his heat and won the A main last week at Manzanita. In addition to his sprint car title, he's one of few drivers who have won all 3 of the USAC National Crowns, a 2-time midget champ, and also a Silver Crown title. 16.907, lap number 2 for Dave Darland. Up next, the number 6 R car from Plainfield, Indiana. The owner-driver, Bill Rose. Sponsored by Temecula Valley Pipe and Supply, KJM Trucking, Lucas Oil, and K&N Filters. 16.998, and he knocks Jordan Hermansader into the C main, and Bill Rose sits in the heat races. It's 16.845, lap number 2 for Rose. Out of Las Cruces, New Mexico, this is the real deal, Rick Zeal. 17.248, that puts him into the heat races and knocks Everts back to the C main. Zeal, 37 years old, 3rd in his heat, and 13th in the A main last week at Manzanita. He got married. Did he get married? He was getting married. He may have gotten married. 16.983, lap number 2 for the real deal.
Get ready to watch some history. The first ever Snap-on Tools 3-lap trophy dash here at Perris Auto Speedway.
First time this year, the 10th anniversary season of the pass. Whoa, Hines slaps the wall and turns a Priestley number 7 over. And stops in front of the Perris Auto Speedway 15-second club sign. Once again, Tracy Hines upside down in turn number 2.
try it again. We'll go 3 this time. Showtime on the pole, the Demon on the outside, and Super Ricky right second.
Out front, it's Danny Sheridan, the guy who won a bunch of bandit races up in Central California last year. Gardner to the inside, the Temecula Valley Pipe and Supply car number 50. Oh, Gardner, the big wheelie off the corner. Had a good run on him until he hooked those tires up and wheelie. Last lap flag comes out from Eddie Ramirez. 1 to go. Gardner goes to the top, comes down to the bottom. Sheridan slams the door in his face. Final corner, Gardner trying for the slide job, and he does. Takes the front end out, checkered flag, and it come out, contact. Baby! The win goes to the Demon. Second spot is Sheridan, third is Gaunt. That was a trophy dash, and they must have thought it paid $10,000 to win and not $200. Time 52:04. Look, Gardner's pumped. He almost ran over Chris Holt. This year, and as soon as the Demon climbs up, we'll send it to Chris Holt. Chris.
Okay, we're down here with the number 50 car, the Demon, Davey Gardner, and our beautiful trophy girls here. We have from Miss Hemet, Aubrey, and from Miss Winchester, Kate Cassie. All righty. Demon, come on over here. Tell you what, Demon, we're going to talk, okay? First, we're going to talk about the Snap-on Tool Trophy Dash. Can't say enough nice things about those folks. Putting up a lot of money this year, and a lot at stake right there, and bragging rights. I'm going to get something out of the way. Tell me about that turn down there.
Oh, you know, they give you 3 laps to get her done, so I guess, you know, they want you to be quick time on the dash, so, you know, every time we go out there, we want to finish at the front, and with 3 laps, you just got to do, and, you know, went for the win there, and here we are, standing right here, so we can get it done in 3. If we had 4, maybe it could have been a little nicer, but just the way it goes.
Damien, I'm chuckling because I hear the people out there booing, and when I come to a race, I come to see an ass-kicking race. And that's what I saw.
You know, it's always charged to the front, and you know they love it, but they love to boo about it too. And you never can make them all happy. You know, they come to pay to see a good race, and I've come here to put on a good one. So you know, we don't like taking any chances. Sometimes we take a little more, but we're trying to be a little more conservative. But you know, hey, there was a little close, but you know, we're standing up here and pretty happy about that. And like I say, 3 laps is all they give us to deal with, and here we are.
All right, well, I think you kind of set the stage for the year. We're going to see a lot of that. Three laps doesn't sound like very much, but I bet you in the race car, that's a long time.
You know, it's not with these guys, you know, the caliber guys you're racing against, you know, obviously you got the 4 fastest guys in that race, so, you know, when you be quick time, you got to start there in the back, and, you know, first lap sorts them out, and the second lap you got to start picking them off, so, you know, do we have to, and, you know, just want to thank everyone for coming out and hope they enjoy it.
Okay, I'm going to tell a little story. I've told it a few times. When we lost Dean Thompson, I went down to his office, Thompson Specialties, and a nice place, one pitcher, only one pitcher in all of Dean Thompson's whole entire shop down there, and it was a pitcher of the Demon, Damon Gardner, okay? I know that Dean was close, and he meant a lot to you. So tonight, you've set the stage for the possibility of winning tonight the Dean Thompson Award, which is winning the Trophy Dash, the heat race, and the main event. That's kind of a big order, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. You know, like I say, when running against these guys, it's tough. And you know, we just, you know, Dean was a good friend of mine, and you know, we miss him. But you know, you know, like him, you know, we like to win races. We like to finish up front, and there's always that risk of, you know, taking chances versus you know, riding around and running second or third. And we just gotta somehow find a special way to blend that together, and we'll be all right.
All right, winning the Snap-on Tool Trophy Dash. And a big thank you to Cassie and Aubrey for presenting that award.
Here we go. First C main event of the year. Nadine Keller with a problem.
We go green. 8 laps. Top 4 to the A main. Everybody else done for the day. Your leader, it's Eberts. In second spot, it's the Rocket, Ronnie Case. Third is Herman Sater. And in the 4th spot, that is Carlisle. But Carlisle getting challenged by Shuloff in the 5C car, one of the Camarillo cars. New leader. Eberts goes wide off 2. Move the Rocket Ronnie Case out front. Problem in a corner. I see the Snap-on Tools number 69 of Sinsley around, and we go yellow. So 1 lap in the books, 7 to go.
Sinsley, flat left rear, goes back to the pit area. Is repair. It's hard to say. For a Temecula Valley Pipe Supply restart on a turn number 4.
Car on the bubble. That's the blue car, the 5C. That's Shuloff. Behind him, it's Carlisle. Josh Williams, the number 34, the former Lightning sprint car driver, working his way through the field, his first ever 410 sprint car race. Eberts going to the attic. Case maintains the lead. And move the 36X. That's Carlisle up to the final transfer spot. Markham in the Pratt car throws a slide job on Shuloff, and he moves up to 5th. That's a red car. He's got to catch that white car in 4th and get to the heat races. Remember, only 4 transfer. Oh, Case decides to clean off the wall in 2. We don't need you to do it yet, guy. Come back tomorrow. And that gives a break to Eberts, who chases Case back down. Markham closing on the 36X car for the final transfer. Markham trying to go to the inside. Doesn't happen. Last lap flag from Eddie Ramirez next time by. One to go. Let's see if Markham in the Pratt car has anything left. He goes to the inside, trying to throw a slide job. Not going to happen there. The ex-Larry Brown car maintains 4th. 1 corner left for Markham, but the win's going to go to Case. 2nd spot will be Eberts. 3rd will be Herman Sater. And the 4th and final transfer spot, the number 36X Carlisle. No time on that one due to the yellow flag.
Here we go. First heat race of the year here at Perris.
10 laps, top 4 to the A main. Everybody else goes to the B. It'll be Cardi out front in the tooth knock number 59. The Temecula Valley Pipe and Supply number 6 in the 2nd place spot. That is Rose. Rick Williams in 3rd. In the 4th spot, the orange, number 31 of Ryer. It's a stout heat race. Stout heat race. Here comes Davis. And move Charles Davis Jr. up to 4th in the Smiley Crane number 8A car. He finished 2nd last Saturday night at Manzanita. And the Demon following Davis through. Davis, the point leader in the series, coming into tonight's race. Excuse me, today's race. Williams working the inside line on Rose, almost got into him. Cardi out front, moving away from the field. That's a beautiful race car. If you got a chance to check that thing out close up after the races, please do so. Here comes Gardner trying to get around the outside of Davis. 4 laps down, 6 to go. Davis gets a little sideways in the corner. The Demon getting a run on the back straightaway. And move the Temecula Valley Pipe and Supply number 50 to the final transfer spot. Cardew did not make the main event last week out front. And we need that young gentleman standing by the chain link fence to take a seat in the grandstand, please. That's for his own safety. Both kids by the chain link fence, please get them back in the grandstands. Seven down, 3 to go. Now Williams goes wide in the corner. That lets Damian Gardner move up to third. Last lap flag next time. One to go. Let's see if Davis can catch Williams. It's going to be tough. Davis wheelies off the corner. That doesn't help his cause. The best he's going to be able to start in the main event is 9th. Checkered flag comes out. The win goes to David Carty. Rose is 2nd. Gardner is 3rd. In the 4th spot, Rick Williams. They all go straight to the A main event. Everybody else will go to the B. 2:51.34, the time on heat race number 1.
Here we go. Heat race number 2, 10 laps.
Everybody else to the B main. And it's Seth Wilson getting the jump on Crawford on the start. Ford goes off road racing. Williams in the 3rd place spot, and the Canuck running in 4th. Alan Ballard, the teenager, 1 spot out of transfer. Gaunt puts a move on Ford, the 2A, the Smiley Crane car. Engines in that car in the number 8A, built by his teammate Charles Davis Jr. They call him Chuck Wagon Motors. Williams trying the inside of Crawford again. He's been working that line all race long. Remember, Williams looking for win number 100. That is main event win number 100. Williams slaps the front straightaway wall. He'll feel that one in the morning, man. His head snapped big time. Your leader, Seth Wilson. Williams trying to take 2nd from Crawford. The Flying Canuck, Jay Hicks, he's in 4th. Ballard 1 spot out of transfer with 4 to go. Got another little kid standing down by the fence. Please move him back off that chain link fence. That's for the kids' and adults' own safety. Last lap flag next time by. Boy, Ballard's starting to inch closer to Hicks. It's a big wheelie down the back straightaway in the number 97. Williams going to the inside of Crawford. 1 to go. Then Ballard parks off the corner. That moves Spencer up to 5th. Checkered flag coming out. The win in heat race number 2 goes to Seth Wilson. 2nd spot is Crawford. 3rd is Williams. And 4th, the Flying Canuck Jay Hicks. (2:52:53) the time on heat race number 2. Green flag out, heat race number 3. Wow, he's got attacked by a big chunk of clay up here. Your leader is Randy Waitman. Second spot is Cruzman. Hockett's running in the third spot, and Zeal almost gets together with York about the same time Hockett bobbles. That could have gotten ugly. Well, look at Tracy Hines trying the outside line in the Priestley number 7 car. Whoa, Zeal in the Linda Lancaster car coming up. He's up to third now. Look at the battle for the final transfer. Kerry Foss, the Volcano Joe's number V2 joining the fray, goes around Tracy Hines. Oh, 3 abreast going in the corner. Foss got squeezed out. Dave Darlin, last week's winner, stuck near the back. Still Waitman out front. Cruzman running in second. Foss trying to throw a slide job on Hines. And it didn't work. I thought he was going to get both Hines and York, but York cut down to the bottom of the racetrack. Now Hines changes lines, going to the outside of York. York sees him, slides it up. Hines working York hard, going to the inside. Little body check. And move Tracy Hines up to fourth now. Waitman, big wheelie down the back straightaway, and Cruzman goes to the outside of him. And the new leader, the Snap-on Tools number 38, Corey Cruzman. Waitman second, Zeal third, Hines fourth, York in fifth. Boy, Randy Waitman running with the big dogs in this one. Hines goes up to the third place spot as he passes Zeal. Now Zeal on the bubble. Foss goes to the inside of York. They move the Volcano Joe's coffee car up to fifth. He's one spot out of transfer now. York slaps the front straightaway wall. Darlin, the 42, the 4-time USAC champ, he's way out of transfer. Hockett, the 2J, headed back to the pit area. And now Foss takes over the final transfer spot. Checkered flag coming out this time by car that got upside down, trying to challenge Cruzman for the lead off turn 4. The win goes to the Cruiser Man. Second spot is Hines. Third will be Randy Waitman. The fourth and final transfer spot, the Volcano Joe's V2 of Kerry Foss. 2:57:16, the time on heat race number 3. Joe's car puffing a little smoke. That's the number 87. Your leader is Osling. Second spot is R.J. Johnson. Third is Jones. Fourth is Hilberg. Hilberg bought a new engine over the winter. A lot more power in that number 82 car. Gets passed by Kirby right there. So Kirby, the number 4 of the Alexander trucking car, moves up to fourth. Jones up to second as he gets by the 17-year-old. Top 5 moving away from the field. Sheridan running the top. Kirby going to the inside of Johnson. Takes Johnson. Now Johnson on the bubble, trying to fight his way back around Kirby. That opens up the inside of the track for the number 18 Showtime and move Danny Sheridan to the final transfer. They'll be halfway this time by. Osley looking for a full-time ride out front in the number 0 car. That's the Buzz Shoemaker machine. And the top 4 have pulled away. Actually, 4th place is pulled away from R.J. Johnson, who's in 5th. Tries to throw a big slider on Osling. Doesn't happen. Jones, big wheelie down the back straightaway. Last lap flag next time by. Former Kindle Classic champion out front. Former Oval Nationals champion running in 2nd. Former CRA champion running in 3rd. Jones looking to take one more shot at Stevie O. Eddie Ramirez gets the checkered laundry ready. Coming down for the finish. The win will go to Steve Osling. 2nd spot is Jones. 3rd spot is Mike Kirby. And finishing 4th, it'll be Showtime Danny Sheridan. .254.88 the time on heat race number 4.
Sounds like the guy on the pole. This is the B main event. 12 laps, up 6 of the A main.
And we get the green flag. Boy, Gaulding's all over his teammate. He wasn't kidding. But Davis beats him off the corner. Zeal with a problem in 2. And he keeps on the throttle. If he had stopped, he would have been going to the back anyway for causing a yellow, so he might as well stay on it. Car in the final transfer spot right now is Dave Darling. And that's the 42 car of Mike Cheney. Jason York, 1 spot out of transfer. Spencer 3rd, Rutherford 4th, Ballard still 5th, Darlin 6th. Boy, Danny Eberts in the 77's passed a whole bunch of cars in this one. He started on the back row. That's the 77 car. And he's up to 11. I think we started 20. I don't have my sheet in front of me. And he started 19th. I've been corrected. Catch up to lap traffic. In fact, I think they will before this one's over. Spencer, your top three. Rutherford fourth. Ballard fifth. Darlin sixth. And Darlin, well, the transfer spot's got over somebody's wheel and got up in the air as well.
Good music. Motown, 1972. Here we go. 9 down, 3 to go. Temecula Valley Pipe and Supply restart coming at you.
Darlin on the bubble and Dwight Cheney, number 42. And gone. Well, he'd flip his own mom, so he passed his teammate. We're glad to have him back here as a regular this year. Gone out front, Davis second. Ford and York battling side by side, but that's for sixth place. That is not good enough. Last lap flag comes out from our starter, Eddie Ramirez. 1 to go. Checkered flag comes out. Good. Impressive win in the B main event. Davis second, Spencer third, Rutherford fourth, Ballard fifth, and Dave Darlin finishes sixth. No time on that race due to the yellow flag. And you can make some noise for Super Ricky as he goes back to the pit area. Got to keep his ego up, like that's ever been a problem.
First race of the year, we had some fours, a couple threes, and 1 or 2 twos. Here we go. First 30 lap of the main event of the year, the Mountain League USAC CRA sprint cars at the pass.
Down, Eddie Ramirez throws a green flag. We're racing. When Rick Williams bobbles middle of the racetrack somehow, Hines did a good job to miss him. Same with Sheridan. Then Sheridan climbs the K-rail on the back straightaway. 1 lap in the books. Well, look at Williams. That's the guy who bobbled in turn 2 on lap 1. He was back in 6th, and now he's in 2nd. Problems for Dave Darlin and Dwight Cheney's number 42. He's going back to the pit area. Sheridan gets way outside in turn number 2, and it costs him. Crawford testing out the K-rail on the back straightaway. Temecula Valley Pipe and Supply number 6 are out front. That's Rose, the 6 of Rick Williams in 2nd. 3rd spot, the 4 of Kirby, and 4th, it's the Demon, Damian Gardner. Change that, move the Demon to 3rd. And the Demon's on a run. He goes around Rick Williams, move Gardner up to the 2nd place spot. Temecula Valley Pipe and Supply cars running 1st and 2nd. Here comes Jones working the outside line, drives around Mike Kirby in the Ferrari Adari number 87. Move Jones to 4th. But Kirby finding out the inside not working. Hines tries to drive around him, but he gets into the K-rail. And the 17C car gets the black flag. That's Jimmy Crawford. Here comes Gardner for the lead. Rose beats him down the back straightaway. Remember last Saturday? Oh! Contact. That was between Williams and Hines. Hines gets into the wall. Gone, nowhere to go. And Danny Sheridan nowhere to go. Plowed into Ricky Gunt. Six car and the 7 got together. That's Williams and Hines. Tracy Hines already out of the race car. Hines got into the K-rail. Gaunt had nowhere to go. Plowed into Hines. Got upside down. Sheridan had nowhere to go and got into Ricky.
Ready for a Temecula Valley Pipe Supply restart. Sun going down, somebody points out up here. The track's really going to change when the sun's gone.
Here we go. 7 down, 23 to go. The first main event of the year. When we left you, Gardner was all over Billy Rose. Oh, back straightaway. Rip Williams goes inside Tony Jones. And at the same time, Charles Davis looked at the sky. Gardner once again to the inside of Rose. Here comes Williams, the upside down Mike Spencer. And Charles Davis Jr., another car upside down. That's Corey Kruzman. And we go red again. Other car stopped up there is Kerry Fox, the Volcano Joe car. And look at the back of the pack. Charles Davis Jr., Corey Kruzman, and Kerry Foss all made it back. We're ready for a Temecula Valley Pipe and Supply restart. 22 laps to go. Let's quit flying them, guys, and race. But Gardner once again attacks on the low line. Rose gets the drive off the cushion and leads him down the back straightaway. Here comes Rick Williams inside Rick Williams. And Rick Williams jumps the cushion. Costs him dearly. Here goes the Demon. Not gonna happen there. Well, Rick Williams jumped the cushion and lost about 9 spots. Kirby in 4th, Tony Jones 5th. Keep an eye on Steve Osling, 18th up to 7th. Here comes the Demon. Rose trying to find that hook up on the cushion. And the Demon takes the lead on lap number 12. Here comes Rip Williams now. Once again, Rip Williams going to the inside of Rose. And this time he takes it. Williams from 15th to 2nd, baby. There's a lot of fight left in that old dog. Halfway next time by. Kirby going to the inside of Rose now. Problems front straightaway. Rick Zeal and I believe David Carty in the 59 car.
Here we go. Temecula Valley Pipe and Supply restart.
The Demon out front, the Ripper running second. Boy, Gardner got a good restart. Kirby going to the inside of Rose off turn number 2. Well, Rip staying close. Could number 100 be today? Kirby has taken third. The La Villa Restaurant number 4 in third place. Rose is in fourth. Fifth is Jones. Sixth Rutherford. Seventh Osling. Eighth Ballard. Ninth is Seth Wilson. And 10th is Charles Davis Jr. He's flying too, the number 8A car. Problems out of the corner, maybe. Oh, good job by Rutherford to save it. And everybody who missed him as well. Good job. Here comes Williams. The champ to the inside of Gardner. Down, 12 to go. Don't count Kirby out either. Well, Gardner. Okay. Oh, what a drive down the front straightaway that was. Here comes Williams, trying to knife his way down on the inside. Williams once again, going for win number 100. 10 laps to go. Williams taking a look at the outside line this time. Now he looks inside. Well, Damien had a couple wild laps there. Here goes Williams to the outside for the lead, and he takes it away. Here comes Demon back down low. And Gardner takes it back. There'll be 7 to go this time by. My voice has about 5 laps left. Lap traffic may be a factor. All of a sudden, the Demon starts to pull away again. But the Demon now flat walking away. Puts a lap on Randy Wakeman in the Y69 car. Boy, Osling has faded back into the field after that good early run. And Gardner almost drives into the back of the Volcano Joe's car. Two laps ago, white flag the next time by. Mike Kirby off to a good start this year. Checkered flag going to come down this time by first win of the season for the Demon, Damian Gardner. Second spot, Rick Williams. Third spot, Mike Kirby. Fourth spot will go to Billy Rose. And we go red again. Car upside down, Tony Jones in turn number 3. Hey, what do you guys think of the racing today? This is a day race. Track crew, I can't believe the racetrack held up like this. Make some noise for Ray Sheets and Don Kazarian too, please. And to the people who stayed away because it's a day race, shame on you. And the people who stayed away for the other reasons, double shame on you. Hey, Damian Gardner's out. Make some noise for him right now, please. He led the series with 8 wins last year. Picks up his first win of the season today. Didn't make the main last week, so this is a big win for Damian and the Bruce Bromley Jr.-led crew. We'll go to Chris Holt right now. Chris?
We're down here with third place finisher Mike Kirby. Mike came in, took off the helmet, said, boy, good car. You seem to be happy, Mike.
Yeah, great car, great team. You know, we couldn't be happier. We got some old sponsors back. You know, we got a lot of help this year, and these are a great bunch of people. You know, I don't think my back might not quite hurt as bad as it did last year.
Well, it was a good run. You put the challenge on. It looked like we were going for a second place finish there on your buddy Rip, but it didn't quite work out.
Nah, we tried. You know, we a little short, but you know, we struggled early, and Steve kept making the right changes. You know, made it more comfortable and comfortable. You know, I'm a little different than Corey, and you know, Corey's a little different than me. So, you know, it takes time. You know, I drove this car once before. It's a good race car. You know, RC built one hell of a motor. You know, communication statewide, Big John and Scotty and La Via restaurants, and you know, Fram and all the guys. You know, we couldn't be happier.
All right, good run for Mike Kirby for a third place finish. They're one happy team right now. And we need to find the Ripper, Rip Williams. Here he is over here. What the? Rip. Rip, we want to talk. 100, so close. And I got to tell you what. When you do get 100, you're going to have to earn it. This is a tough deal.
Well, you know, it's always been a tough deal out here since they opened the place, I don't know, 8 or 9 years ago. And I'm just real happy to still be a part of everything that's here. And, you know, Kazarian did a great job. I mean, it's day show, and nobody wanted to come. But, you know, it was no worse than anything else we ever run on. So I'm really thrilled to death that the track was nice. And we were able to put on a good show. Me and Damon put on a nice show.
Well, Scott said when he took over second place, he said, boy, there's a lot of fight left in that old dog. I have to agree.
Yeah, you know, I'm not done. I'm ready to go.
He's ready to go. Second place finisher. And the Jack Shore Jory number 3, the Ripper, Rip Williams, looking for number 100. Now, going to step over here to our main event winner. I'll tell you what, that Dean Thompson Award was so close, Damian, but the heat race got to mess us up. Now, come main event time. You were so far back, we should have counted you out. You said, it's not that far. It looked pretty far for me, but apparently you guys got something going.
Oh, you know, I know how good Bruce is and how good a car he gives me, you know, and we're just clicking here. We don't have to start off and, you know, a little bad luck last week, but we get past that and, you know, everybody, I know, yeah, we'd like to win the whole sweep. I've been wanting to do that for a long time, but, you know, you always got to, you know, we really went for it in the heat and, you know, when you go for it, you take risks, and if we'd have balled it up, then you know, all you guys would have sat there and said, "Oh, boo me and shit for for balling it up." So what the heck? I rolled around there in third, and took what I got, and made it to the main, and got the W there. So that's what we wanted to do, and just be patient there, and just run around the bottom of those guys like to run, and you know, give her a. You know, we're trying to run there smooth. Rip showed me the wheel a few times, so decided what the hell, go upstairs and pound it down. If you can go by me, then let him go by.
Well, about 20 laps, you looked strong, and then about the last 10, it looked like you guys flipped the switch. Where'd that come from?
Oh, you know, we're just being patient and just riding around there, and just, you know, as long as you're catching them going to the front, and then I figure that's about the right pace, and then in the end, you know, Rips decided he wanted to, you know, dice it up, and it's a lot of fun doing that, and decided we had to, you know, shift him one more gear higher. And, see if we can keep up, and you know, luckily we were able to hold them off there, and it was a good race. Enjoyed it, and trying to thank all the fans for coming out to Immaculate Pipe and all them, and Perris for keeping the track really nice tonight. I can't believe it. They did a super job. keeping it really nice for a day race. I've never seen a day race like this, I don't think. Excellent job, and you know, just want to thank all you guys for coming out, and hopefully you enjoy the show.
All right. Well, that hiker works great. Got a lot of fans. They all want autographs, so I'm going to cut you loose and let you go. And congratulations. See you next time around.
Thank you, and I want to thank all my crew for working so hard tonight. Without them, we couldn't get it done.
All right. Davey Gardner, tonight's man and winner, picking up the big W.